Oh, and happy Sabbath. It is that time of day, time for our children to come up. And that means children's offering. And this week's is going to our own CVCA Academy. I know I was blessed to go there. My children have been blessed to go there. We even have some of our own teachers here. I see one in the audience today. It is a beautiful place that we love to have all of our children given the opportunity. We know it costs money, and that's why some students, they need a little help to get there. And that's what this is, your opportunity to help them get there. So wave those bills up as high as you can. Let the children see them. What a blessing, all these beautiful faces. So, the Matthews family had a very weekend. They would make it a point to go to the local shut-ins of their church, go to convalescent homes, and bring them a special treat, sing some songs, and spend some time with these people who weren't maybe able to go and spend the holiday with their families. Nancy had loved it growing up, going and doing this. So when she became an adult, she continued on with this tradition. There was a special person in the church who she grew up loving so much, Mr. Gregory. Mr. Gregory was quite old now and living in a convalescent home, and Nancy had heard that he wasn't doing very well. He was actually expected to pass away soon. So when she was going around visiting with all the different people, she made sure to step in to Mr. Gregory's area and talk with him for quite some time because she wanted to make sure not only did he feel loved and appreciated, but she wanted to make sure when his funeral came soon that whatever he wanted said about himself and his life, she would make sure it was said. So she brought a pen and a notepad with her, and she sat down and talked with Mr. Gregory. And before she left, she made sure to ask, Mr. Gregory, I know you're in ill health right now, and you'll be going to sleep in the Lord soon. What would you like to be said at your funeral? What are some of the things you would like us to remember about you? Mr. Gregory paused and thought for a moment. And I just want to be remembered as somebody who's been grateful in life. Make sure that everybody remembers to be grateful. That's all he wanted. Well, Nancy left and she started thinking about that. Being grateful. They just celebrated Thanksgiving and everybody talked about everything they were so grateful for. But she started thinking back over Mr. Gregory's life. And when he was just 3 years old, his mama had passed away. And then while he was going to college, he lost his father. And when his son was still a teenager, he died in a car accident. And she's thinking of all these things and thinking, grateful, grateful. How is it Mr. Gregory always had a smile on his face, always was cheerful, and wanted to be remembered for being grateful when he had so much sadness happen in his life. And she started thinking about her own life and how God had blessed her with a mom and dad who were still here with her. She had beautiful children who were now off at college and living their lives, and how she had so much to be grateful for. And was she as grateful as Mr. Gregory? Had she truly been grateful in the good and the bad? And this got her thinking, wow, I want to be like Mr. Gregory. I want to be grateful when I'm having good times, like Thanksgiving dinner with all my family sitting there. I want to be grateful in the sad times when I lose a loved one or I'm really sick. And you know what? After that, Nancy found herself being grateful in the good and the bad times. And she remembered this special Bible verse that she had read as a little girl in Ephesians. And I'm going to read it to you today. It's found in Ephesians 5:20, and it tells us, "Give thanks always for all things to God the Father in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ." Now that's a very simple verse, but the key is it said always. Not sometimes, not when you're having a really good time, not when God has given you his blessings, but always. And that stuck with Nancy, and she remembered, even in times of pain and mourning and sadness, to be grateful for all the blessings the Lord had given, and that this too could be seen in blessings. And I want you guys to remember, just like Nancy, to be grateful always in the good and in the bad. I know that can be tough, but the more we think about it, the more we try, the easier it gets. So today, when you go home, whether you've had a really good, happy Sabbath, which I hope you do, or whether you've had kind of a sad day, something didn't go right, be grateful because you're here and you have life, and that life is what the Lord has given you. So I have a little something to give you because I'm grateful for you guys as you go back to your seats. Thank you.